Zohran Mamdani is a Democratic Socialist, member of the State Assembly from Astoria, Queens. He's running for mayor of New York, and he's polling number 2 behind Andrew Cuomo. So let's talk through the 8 aspects of his platform for mayor. In general, Mamdani wants to increase the size of government in New York City. As a Democratic Socialist, this is unsurprising. New York City already has a very large government apparatus. Mamdani wants to increase the role of the state in our lives. So let's talk through the 8 aspects. Number 1, Mamdani proposes an immediate freeze on all rent-stabilized apartments. Over 2 million tenants in New York live in rent-stabilized apartments. He wants to freeze any increase in rent indefinitely. 2, Mamdani was part of the Fare Free Bus pilot program. Mamdani wants to increase the amount of buses and the role of buses in our transit system by eliminating all bus fares and increasing the amount of priority lanes and making buses a larger part of the New York transit system. I like this idea. If you have money for it, more public buses it's good for the environment, it's good for transportation, it's good for commuters, it's good for communities. Number 3, Mamdani supports a free public universal childcare program ages 6 months to 5 years, and increasing the wages for those childcare workers. New Yorkers spend more than just about any Americans on childcare. I'm someone who does that too. We spend a ridiculous amount of money for childcare. In New York City, there's a scarcity of childcare options, and so Mamdani wants to have a public option for 6 weeks to 5 years that the government will provide these childcare programs. Number 4, city-run grocery stores. So to combat food insecurity and high grocery prices, Mamdani wants to establish government-run, government-owned grocery stores in each of the 5 boroughs. This is something I have qualms about, as I think the free market probably does a good job of good grocery stores in New York. I love our grocery stores. Number 5, public safety reform. Mamdani was part of the defund the police movement. The defund the police movement says that not that we should have no police, but the police have so many resources that we should shift some of the resources to other agencies, more community-based or nonviolence or preventative measures. Mamdani wants to put this into action. He says that we should create a Department of Community Safety that focuses on violence prevention and strip that money away from the police. Now, the NYPD is at an all-time low. They are going through a lot of recruiting problems. I very much question this plan. I think the NYPD needs as many resources as possible at this moment. So I really question that point on his platform. Number 6, Mamdani has introduced legislation to strip NYU and Columbia, the 2 most prestigious private universities in New York City, of their tax-exempt status, and he wants to take that funding and somehow give it to underfunded public colleges and universities like CUNY and revoke their tax-exempt status. Number 7, Mamdani wants to increase New York's minimum wage from $15 an hour to $30 an hour by 2030. He says $30 by 2030. New York City already has some of the highest, I believe the highest minimum wage in the country, or at least among the highest in the country. So this would lead to higher unemployment and could lead to some issues. Number 8, in order to pay for all of that, Mamdani supports increasing income taxes on the top 1% and wants to generate $20 billion for these public services. In general, here's my take. Mamdani is a Democratic Socialist. He wants to increase the size of government. That is unsurprising. New York City at this point really needs someone who is focused on implementation and execution and running our current services and our current government at its maximum capacity. Mamdani wants to increase the capacity and wants to increase the number of programs and departments that the government runs. But I think right now the focus needs to be on running what we currently have to its best ability.